CJ and myself are down here.
What up?
Hey,
Cam back.
Cam back. So we're here at Temple City Hall, and I'm testing out some new audio equipment. So you guys are going for a ride with me.
All right.
Yeah, this is not a stabilizer, but the wind noise in these dang iPhones is terrible.
Yeah, I've noticed that sometimes.
Screw iPhone. Screw you, Apple. Once I'm done paying this off, I'm done with you. You're not my girl anymore.
All right. Hey, guys, what's going on? We're down here in downtown Temple. Hello from Wales. Wow. Nice.
Very nice.
What's up, Tinkerbell? It's a nice cloudy day, so I can actually see chat today.
Yeah, we got a little sprinkle.
What's going on? News Now, what is that, 317? Chuck, how you doing? Biggie? So we're out here doing a open carry walk downtown. We've got a protest here in Temple on Friday. So I'm doing a little recon because I'm actually going to help with security for the protest. And so I wanted to show y'all too, because I said I was going to do this video. Oh, hey, I didn't even see it through the, yeah, we're back. I'm back for the summer anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's going well. Virginia. Yep. Yeah, so just home. I'm doing an internship with a law firm down in Austin, but since none of the courts are open and none of the offices are open, they're doing all virtual stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm doing that.
Good.
But I'll be gone again in well, I don't know if I'll be gone again in August. I'm not sure if they're even going to open back up law schools again.
We had dinner with Leanne and John last weekend, so she said that you were back. That's right, because I'll call you.
Yep. Yeah, I got back like, in March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I came back in March because I got word, it was like Saturday, I got word that the Virginia governor was going to shut down the state and kind of prevent travel and stuff. And so I went and I talked to my dean and I says, what are the odds that we're going to, because we had already gone to like this online hybrid thing.
Right.
So I said, what are the odds that we're going to get back into the classroom? And she's like, yeah, probably not good. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to leave then because I had to get out of there before Monday so I didn't get stuck in Virginia. Although I wouldn't have gotten stuck in Virginia anyway. I would have left and just, no one's going to keep me from traveling. But
Yeah, it would be almost
yeah.
unless you're going out of the country.
So there's a lot of changes here, huh? You guys got a new city manager and new police chief started today. Did the city manager start today?
No.
She's been there?
She's been there
Who? Wait, it's not Bryn, is it?
Yeah.
I thought she was leaving.
No, she wasn't going to do it, but then the council came back and said, I don't know.
Well, I'm glad they kept her then. I kind of like her.
Yeah, Brent's pretty good. And hopefully the new police chief he seems like a really nice guy, and we'll see.
Well, I'm trying to get an appointment with them
Right.
because they got that protest here Friday, and I want to talk to them
Yeah,
first.
that's what I heard. I was talking to Tobin. He told me they were planning a protest. I don't know if it's down here, but also on 31st Street. They was talking.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
the one, because I told them I was
6:30?
going to help with security on it,
Oh, okay.
and I was told it was going to be here. I just don't know where.
I actually told him I should invite CJ.
I'm going to be here anyway.
Because you never know. Because here's my worries. You get these goofy, speaking language, Antifa.
Yeah.
Here, and they're probably in Austin right now. And I'm guessing.
Well, they had a couple of them in Killeen.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I mean, there was no violence or anything,
Oh, okay.
but there were, I think he said 2 or 3 Antifa guys down there in Killeen. So who knows if they're going to come up here as well. But,
Right.
I've busted a couple faces in Austin. I can do it here.
Right.
If they get out of line. I don't mind if they protest peacefully. I mean, even Antifa has a right to protest peacefully.
Right.
But the minute you get violent, my fist is going through your teeth.
Right.
So, and it's funny because they're all big and bad, and they hate the cops. And then
Right.
the second they touch you and you punch them in the face, like, oh, you punched me, assault, do something, arrest this guy. So, yeah, it's amazing how quickly they change. But all right,
Okay, well, I'll let you.
yeah. So we're just kind of doing a little recon right now,
Okay.
and
Good luck.
take it easy.
I'll probably see you Friday.
All right, yeah, we'll be here.
Okay.
It's going to be peaceful. The organizers promised me it's going to be peaceful. They're, you know, it's going to be very vocal. I'm sure that some people's egos will be offended, but if that's all that, if that's the worst of it,
Yeah, I'm just hoping this. I'm just.
I'm not worried. You know, this is freaking Bell County. You know, there might be a couple. It's not going to happen here.
Right.
We have guns around here.
Right. Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
okay.
All right,
You guys have a
take
good
it
night.
easy. All right.
So you want to walk down this way, and then we'll come back around, and then we'll walk down through some of the businesses.
Hey, so I am, who is that? David Thorne. I'm here in Temple, Texas. We're downtown. There's the City Hall right there. We're literally smack dab into downtown. One of the things I wanted to do real quick, in one of my videos, I talked about my AR holster. And so here, actually, I'm going to give this to, oh, no, you got your hands full. Okay, here, let me turn this around. There we go. All right, did I do that right? Nope, it's still looking at me.
You're gonna hand it to me now.
There you go.
All right.
All right, so this is so Jonathan Garcia made this holster for me. It's a very simple holster. It's a shoulder holster. Keep in mind, in Texas, if you're gonna carry a pistol openly, it's got to be in a belt or shoulder holster. So I asked Jonathan Garcia, if he'd make me a holster. And this is a very simple thing because all you have to do is unsnap right here and pull out. That's it. So once this is unsnapped, it just comes straight out.
That's pretty
So
cool.
that's
How
it.
long have you had that holster?
Probably about 2 years, maybe.
Nice.
So I mean, and it's very simple. It doesn't
Now,
get stuck.
can you have ones that are that go around the magazine and do that? Or does
You
it
can
to
have any kind of holster. It doesn't matter because there's no definition of holster. And so, like I said, this is just one version.
Right.
And the strap covers the trigger, which isn't, again, that's not a necessary thing.
But all you got to do is just hit that one strap.
But all you've got to do is just kind of hit that one strap. You just take off that strap right there, and it comes out of. Now this is buttoned also. If I wanted to, I could unbutton both of these.
Right.
But really, that's just what it seats in. And then this is the strap that you unbutton that and just pull the AR out of its holster, and you're golden. And it meets the definition of a shoulder holster. That's how I do it. And we put on Open Carry Texas. If you go to aaronsgunshop.com, which way do you want to go?
Well, let's tell you what. Let's
All right.
go this way.
If you go to Aaron's, oh, is it blurry? Hang on. Let me see if. Let me do that again then. Here, is that a little better? A little better?
Yeah, that looks
All right.
good.
So that's the buttons. You just unbutton these buttons right here. Those are just snaps. You just pull on this tab right here, and the AR comes out of its holster. And here's the bottom part of the holster that actually holds it. But this is my AR pistol, my Springfield Armory Saint. Still blurry? Oh well, can't help you.
It'll fix.
You understand? Just make a mental picture.
Go to OCT website and you'll see them.
But someone had asked on the last video. I said I was gonna do one. So you can ask Jonathan Garcia to make you one. But it's kind of, if you want a good custom leather one like this, it's going to be about $80, 80, 90, maybe up to $100. But it's really nice. It's very comfortable. And I can, it just kind of sits there. I can put it to my side if I want to have it on my side. I like it right in front of me like that. Or you can go, like I said, Aaron's Gun Shop, click on the products link. And he's got something called the HARP, which stands for Holster AR Pistol. Holster AR Pistol HARP. It's the HARP holster. And it's like a little Velcro. It's just a little Velcro thing that snaps on, or that Velcros onto your AR pistol, which is attached to your belt. So it's technically a holster, but it'll cost you about $30. It's like $28 plus a couple dollars for shipping. aaronsgunshop.com. And I know he sold about 10 of those since I talked about it last time. But we're just doing an open carry walk down here in Temple. There's going to be a protest on Friday, and I've here in Temple at 6:30 at the City Council. and I'm working with the organizer to provide security for those guys. And so if you want to help with that, contact me if you want to be here, because it's going to be a peaceful protest. No looting or anything like that. Oh, yes. There you go.
If you wanna fuck around and find out in Temple,
There you go.
do not come to this place of business. And also smile at the camera. Cam back. Cam back.
That's awesome. I don't even know what this is. What is this place?
It used to be a printing shop. I don't know what it is now.
Huh.
Tradesman Executive Suites. I don't know. Pretty cool. Stream clean.
Stream clean? Extreme clean, okay. But yeah, so you know, I'm all for peaceful protest against what's become of modern day law enforcement, and so I wanted to support the rally any way I could, with the presence of openly carried arms and patriots. And after talking with the organizer, we both see eye to eye. I'm actually going to speak at the rally on Friday. I'm going to talk about Marvin Lewis Guy. And for those of you that haven't, you can Google it. Marvin Lewis Guy, G-U-Y. And 6 years ago, over 6 years ago now, over 6 years ago,
May 9th, 2014.
yeah, May 9th, 2014, Killeen PD and others raided, actually I think it was mostly Killeen PD, but raided his house at about 5 in the morning, like 5:40, something like that, on a no-knock raid. What do you think's going to happen? Marvin grabbed a gun and started shooting at the intruders. Well, it turns out they were police. And so as soon as he realized they were police, Marvin dropped his gun and like got on the ground and surrendered. Because, you know, you're not allowed to defend yourself against cops apparently, but he did the right thing because he's alive today. To at least talk about it. And because a cop died and another cop was shot, Marvin was arrested for capital murder against a peace officer, and attempted murder charges as well against the others. And guess what? They didn't find anything that the warrant said was supposedly in the house that was based on an anonymous tip.
Trafficking cocaine and marijuana.
Yeah.
Is what the allegation.
Trafficking cocaine and marijuana. There wasn't even so much as use stuff like that he was even using. There wasn't any paraphernalia at all.
And he never denied that he was a user. He said, yes, I was a user. I'm a short order cook, and I use cocaine and marijuana.
So, anyway, I'm going to talk about that case because he actually didn't know about it. But one of the things is here in Temple is everyone's whining about George Floyd, justifiably so. But we have our own case here, Michael Dean. Michael Dean was killed in pretty much the same way. He was getting pulled over for a traffic issue, and what Dean did was, and this is Temple PD up here, this big building. What Dean did was he drove a few blocks before actually pulling over because he wanted to pull into a place with cameras and light, so that everything was on camera and could be recorded. And so of course the officer was all on edge to begin with because he thought that Dean was evading him. How y'all doing? I'll try and keep that off, y'all. Y'all doing okay? Good, good. And so when he pulled him over, he was all pissed off and trying to figure out why Dean didn't stop immediately. He reached in to turn off the car to grab at the keys with his left hand. He had his right hand on his pistol pointed at Dean's head, and as he leaned in, he shot Dean in the head. point blank range, shot Dean in the head. And the officer was in jail. He got bonded out. They lowered his bond so that he could get bailed out.
500 grand.
Yeah, to just 500 grand. Meanwhile, Marvin Lewis Guy's got like what, 1.4?
4.5
Oh,
million.
4.5 million bond.
Because he's got 1.5 for
Oh, that's what it was.
the capital murder of Chuck Dinwiddie, and then $1 million each for the other officers that were injured.
Yeah. So the cop gets his bail lowered so he can be bailed out while Guy sits in
And it's done
Sits
very
in jail.
quickly, too, about 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
And the news didn't happen until what, about 3-4 days after he was out.
Yeah. So yeah, they're going to be pissy about Michael Dean, of course.
Guys, I didn't see any evidence of any kind of looting or anything like that down here, which is really, really awesome.
It just doesn't happen in conservative towns.
It doesn't. Belton and Temple's pretty safe from it, which is great.
It's the federal building right here.
Yeah, if you don't need anything done quickly, go there.
Yes.
The federal building.
Hey, how y'all doing? Good, good.
We're sniffing for looters.
Hey,
Anything?
we're visiting from Florida, and we in South Florida, we got plenty of them.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, looters?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting ugly pretty much everywhere now.
Yeah.
So,
I like the tattoo.
yeah. I didn't see that other side too. That's pretty cool. Let me see that. Andrew, CJ.
That's what we're
Look
doing.
at that thing.
63 Bravo.
So is that medic or were you a white wheel mechanic?
Yeah, light wheel mechanic.
He's got the 203 launcher on that thing too.
11 Charlie.
Yeah, nice.
203 launcher on it too. Nice, man. That's old school right there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Veteran too?
I am not.
But
No.
you're a supporter, obviously, because you're
huge
hanging around with
supporter.
this guy.
I always hang around my dad all the time. I'm a huge supporter. I live in a Navy town, so we're big.
Oh yeah, I grew up Navy.
Yeah.
Actually, Jacksonville, Florida is where I grew
We're
up.
from Jacksonville.
Oh, are you? Okay.
We work for Ring Power, the big cat dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to live out on the west side in Argyle.
Yeah, no, exactly. Argyle Forest.
Argyle Forest,
yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
That's where I went to high school. Well, it was Nathan Bedford Forest High School back in the day.
Yeah, my
But
mom went to Wolfson.
okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
across the river. So,
Small world.
Small world, yeah.
yeah.
We're just talking some video because there's going to be a protest Friday over
there
here.
is.
Yeah,
So
we're
you
doing
wanna
we're
get
doing
it-
security for it, and just
Okay.
it's going to be peaceful. It will be peaceful.
I hope
We're
it's
just-
peaceful.
Yeah, it will be.
They're welcome to protest. So
Sure, absolutely
All for it.
encourage it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just no rioting. We're not going to put up with that.
Yeah.
No, we were just talking about the looters. They're not even, a lot of them are not even part of the protest. They're just, like we see in South Florida, like we see people looting. They have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Some of them don't get me wrong, but some of them are just.
Well, you've got these
Hey.
Antifa guys that are out there just causing problems.
Yeah.
I saw a great video today where these Antifa guys were going around handing bricks to these young black kids.
Oh, really?
And this woman, I guess,
like a
I don't know if,
freedom brick, where it's like,
yeah, I don't know, but
some bullshit
this
like
woman
that.
goes up there and throws it back in the car, and she's like, "You're just trying to get black kids killed, and you know what the hell you think you're doing, giving bricks to black kids? You're trying to get them." Oh, it was
You
just,
see anybody walking around a protest with a brick in their hand. Like,
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah.
No, it
I,
doesn't
I'm
stand
right
for
on their
freedom,
I'm
I'll
right
tell
on
you
their
that.
back
Yeah.
really fast. Like,
Yeah.
hey, what are you trying to do, man? What are you doing? Let's hug, and make them really uncomfortable.
yeah.
so how long have y'all lived in Temple?
Oh, I was born here.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
94.
We took possession of a branch here. We're opening an office here, so we do
Okay.
utility equipment like power line construction.
Yeah.
Bucket trucks, digger derricks, all that stuff.
Well, this is a really good town. I love this town.
We don't know
So-
anything about it. We're having dinner here tonight. There's a group of 9 of us. We all flew out here, and
Temple's awesome.
we're excited
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love Temple. I moved from California out to here. Fort Hood brought me out. There's no way in hell I'm going back there. Man.
Yeah.
Temple's great.
That's
Raised
awesome.
all my kids here. Yeah, it's awesome.
I don't know what the hell they're doing with downtown though. They keep pushing people out, and downtown looks like crap.
Where
But
are we now?
you're in downtown.
This is downtown.
Yeah, the about one block over is the city hall.
Oh, it is?
And the dead center. Obviously, the police station's right over here. Federal building. The Temple Daily Telegram's about 2 blocks that way,
Yeah, there's
2 or 3 blocks.
Nice.
You got
and-
the VA is about a mile.
Yeah, that way.
South. Yeah.
And a great VA.
Yeah,
So-
it's not a bad VA. It's up there with like a St. Pete, level
Yeah.
of care. It's
Yeah.
really, really good.
That's
Yeah,
good.
because it's got you got all the Fort Hood guys. They pretty much want to stay in this area. So,
It's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a
But-
picture of the three of y'all?
Sure, absolutely. Come on in.
Come on, brother.
Get in there.
All right, boys. It's a temple.
Temple.
Here we go.
Excellent.
Sweet.
Well, you guys, we won't take up any more of your time.
No,
You
you're
guys,
good.
hey,
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah,
Welcome to
good
Temple.
meeting
Well, here, let me
Enjoy your
give you a
time.
card. I'll tell you a little bit about us. We're with Open Carry, Texas. There you go.
Cool. Thank you.
Excellent. You guys have a great night.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Y'all be safe.
Thanks, y'all do the same.
Take it easy.
There's an arrow for a reason.
There's a what?
An arrow. See the arrow?
Oh.
I was like, come on, MI. That's like a total CIA.
Oh, I was looking for an arrow like.
That's even more inconspicuous. That's even more conspicuous than a chalk.
This is where this is how you get to Mordor or whatever. I think it's.
Hey, just follow Captain. Spock.
Oh wait, there's a freedom hole up here, or a glory hole. I mean, maybe that's what the arrow's for. The.
Ooh.
Hey guys, I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is our business, and
Yes.
I was just curious what was going on.
Oh, I was just talking to him.
Yeah, no, I know, but like about what's going on this weekend.
Oh,
or whatever.
oh,
That's
so-
fine.
you're
Yeah,
not
so
right.
6:30 on Friday, there's supposed to be a protest.
Right.
We're going to be providing security for the protest,
Okay.
and it's supposed to be a peaceful protest.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked to the only reason that Open Carry Texas is involved is one, I want to make sure it stays peaceful,
Right.
and we've done these all around the state.
Uh-huh.
So and one of the things that we're also doing, Open Carry Texas, is if people are concerned, if like local businesses get concerned,
Right.
and they would like someone armed just in case at their establishment, that they can contact us through Open Carry Texas as well.
okay.
But I don't think you're gonna have anything to worry about, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I've already spoken
Well,
with.
that's why I just wondered if y'all were in contact with like some of the organizers or whatever, and
Yes.
knew kind of how things were shaping up and how things were looking like. That's what I just wondered. Like,
Yeah.
it sounded like y'all had some information on that, which
Yes.
is why I thought like, oh, you know, because I read the report or whatever, but I thought I'd see like
Right.
what anybody else knew about it.
It's going to be, of course, it's a protest because of what happened to Michael Dean, who
Right.
was shot by Temple PD, and of
Uh-huh.
course what's happened with George Floyd,
Sure.
and just law enforcement in general. But unlike other places, it's the organizer. He's a small business owner as well, and so he's like, we ain't gonna have any violence,
Right.
and so we'll have a big group of pretty heavily armed guys here as well, and then. Of course, Temple PD they've always been really good about protests and stuff
Is it
too.
Jacob? Is that right? Is organizing it?
Patrick
I know.
Arn.
No, Patrick Aaron.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Aaron.
I was gonna say I knew. Okay, I was gonna say I knew Michael's brother worked with Jacob. I think was right at Bird Creek or something. So I didn't know if he
Okay.
had anything to do with it, but
Hopefully, some of the family be there if they're comfortable with it. you
right.
know.
Well, I think that his brother was the one who had made a comment like on KWTX, like asking for asking people to come out. Or whatever.
Yeah.
We heard Lee Merritt, the attorney. He's high profile,
Mhm.
and they're supposed to be from some professional athletes.
Yeah, there's supposed to be some
And if
professional
they- if
athletes.
Professional athletes come out. People will come out just for that.
Right.
So we want to make sure that the ruckus kind of. We want them to be able to protest. That's
Sure. Yeah.
absolutely.
And that's the thing. We're not there to protect the police, and we're not there to protect the protesters. We're
Right.
there to protect Temple
Right.
and make sure that everybody
Make
is
sure
safe.
Everybody. in
So I mean, if the
safe.
police get out of line, we get involved. If the
Right.
protesters get out of line, we get involved.
Right.
But we work with everybody.
Just
and,
make sure it stays
Yeah.
all like safe and calm and all
And I
that.
spoke with Temple PD today, and
Yeah.
so I'm not worried about. If you're worried about it as a small
No,
business
no, I
here,
just-
you
I
should
know
always be
how-
prepared.
Exactly. That's the thing is I know how rapidly that sometimes things like that
Yeah.
can go one way or the other, and so that's what I just wondered what the general what the general tone of things was. Right.
Yeah,
now.
it's positive.
What's
That's
your
good.
what business do you have?
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Okay.
Awesome.
So cool. Well, hey, it's good to talk with y'all.
Well,
Thank
All
you.
right.
very much.
Yes, ma'am. Here, let me give you a card if anybody else has questions or anything, or even if y'all do get concerned in the future or something.
And we wanted to come. We didn't think anything was going on in Temple with everything going on. We just wanted to come down and look too,
Yeah.
just to see for ourselves.
Yeah,
All right,
and-
cool.
Excellent.
Hey, thank
See you
you.
later.
Take care.
See, I knew this was a good idea. Getting out, man.
Lower your resolution to 360 so we can get clear video. Oh, hang on. Let me see if I can do that while I'm broadcasting. Can I do that while I'm broadcasting?
Don't hit that X. Maybe because we were in the alley.
Oh, you know, it might have been because we were in the alley.
That it was a huge echo,
Yeah.
and you don't have 360. You don't have 360 viewing for like a 360.
Hey, let's
cam.
see if that's a little bit better. Wait, what is all that? Oh, there we go.
That's like it looks like Instagram filters.
Okay, there we go. Using YouTube Live. Yeah, I'm using YouTube Live, not a streaming app. It should be a little bit better, but keep in mind too, I don't know what's been going on lately, but my signal in Temple has just been crap.
Been dorky.
Also, you too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's been really crap.
So something's going. I don't know if it was all the storms that came through recently, but our signal here has just been, and it's really pissing me off when I play Fortnite.
God forbid.
Jeez, right in the middle of a freaking battle where, you know, I'm in the top 3 and then I freeze up, and when it unfreezes, I'm dead watching someone else's kill. Stupid Fortnite. So that's probably the problem. All right, let me see. Any more? Yeah, no comment. Yeah, don't forget Michael D. Oh, didn't I talk about Michael D?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was what you led off with.
Okay, good.
Just didn't talk about Marvin Guy, but she had to go though.
Oh yeah.
She has a very high-end restaurant, man.
She does. I've only eaten there once, and I'm still paying off that deal, that meal.
I think I gave plasma for someone else to eat there once.
Oh man. Yeah,
That's
I've eaten
hardcore.
there once. Maybe when I'm an attorney someday, you know, and
A client might take you
maybe
there.
maybe when I'm an attorney, someone will try and wheel and deal me there. You know, some big name
Maybe
client.
she'll hire you.
Yeah. That's the only way I'm going to be able to afford to eat there. I'm like, hey, you got any dishes I can wash?
Emily, come on, man.
That's
Gloves
right.
on.
My idea of fine dining is Taco Bell.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I'm going down this way.
I was gonna say let's go down there because downtown there's not much to downtown Temple, y'all.
No, there's not.
much.
Us coming downtown, I think doubled the population here.
It was definitely like a one of those Bud Lights, that's for sure, with the ARs.
Oh, they changed the. That used to have a different mural on it.
Well, I remember when I used to bank there and drive through to the ATM when they had the actual tellers, and that thing used to just be all chewed up. It actually was pretty cool.
It does.
And they had a boxing club down here at one time.
Yeah, it used to be right over here. They tore it down.
Yeah. Wow. So if you guys know Temple at all,
Okay, I don't know. Can you guys hear me? I don't see any. Am I broadcasting? I don't see any chat. I don't see. I want to make sure I'm not broadcasting to nothing. Give me a 1 or 2 or something.
And it's been going dead too for people. Chat has been nuts. I think maybe YouTube's probably doing it.
I'm still not getting anything. I got like 36, now 35, but nobody's saying anything. I don't know. I might not be broadcasting.
Did you disable chat or something?
No, it's
You're still in there?
should be chat, live chat. Oh, dang it. Okay, I'm sorry. Now I see the problem. I clicked something where it was only doing top chat.
Oh.
All right, hang on. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. All right, now I can see. Now I can see. All right, your video's pixels. Lower your stream. Okay, am I still pixelated? Now that I can see chat, I need to ask those questions. Okay, Fortnite, seriously? Video's better. Okay, yeah, I think it was because of that.
Fortnite, seriously? You muted him because of that? What an a-hole. You bash Fortnite, you get muted on CJ's
That's
channel.
right. That's the only way you get banned on my channel is bashing Fortnite. Hey, but if you do play Fortnite, my username is ChickenHawk. No vowels in chicken, though. CHCKN HAWK.
Guys, something Temple's done really well is improve these, put in these little parks and stuff.
This is really cool. I like
This
this.
is really cool. I remember it used to just be gravel down here and just crap.
They have a little trolley that you can ride.
Yeah, little kids and stuff.
A little train track there. You have to be smarter than the equipment you're trying to operate. Man, this is like a Galaxy 9 Plus. This thing's like eminently smarter than me. Oh, look, Antifa's staging bricks.
Oh,
already.
Oh, man.
Look at that. It has nothing to do with, pay no attention to the construction nearby. It's all about,
We're going to block that
yeah,
out.
let's just let's just take a picture of that and say that's what it is. Like,
So-
you know, some people that.
So that video I sent you this morning, you quickly dispelled it, and I love knowledge. It was of Antifa showing the cops in Boston trashing their own car, and you're like, not so fast, my friend. Antifa trashed it first, and then the Boston PD did something very classic military move. You might want to tell your viewers what they did.
Well, they went up there and started smashing out the windows so they could take the. They were getting out the broken glass windows so they could drive with it.
Yeah, and then they probably did. If they had to leave it somewhere, they would just disable it.
Yeah, but Antifa didn't start filming until the police go up there and they're trying to remove the broken windshield
Right.
so they can extricate the vehicle and make it look like, oh look, the police are over here destroying their own vehicles and now they're going to blame it on us. Yeah, idiots. You know what's great though is I think Antifa, with all this stuff that they're doing now, I mean, even the Black Lives Matter crowd is turning on them. They're losing the one group that I saw a video today where these two Antifa chicks were spray painting on a building, Black Lives Matter and F white power or something, F white supremacy or whatever, and these black chicks came up and started screaming at him like, oh hell no, no, we're gonna get blamed for that. Oh hell no, I want everybody to see this. What the hell? We didn't ask you to do that. We didn't tell you to do that. What the hell do you think you're doing? You're not black.
Co-opting the movement.
Yeah, and who do you think had that video not come out, who do you think would have been blamed for that?
Oh, it would have been BLM.
It would have been BLM. Would have been the black people. Because them white Antifa, them privileged youth, them basement dwellers.
Well, let me tell you, BLM's pretty damn smart in the sense that they put all the dumb, fat white chicks up front to get pepper sprayed and beanbag shot. They put the battle tank division up front because they're dumb and they just want to be accepted and be talked to. They put them up front, and you see the one guy, he was paying people to go move picnic benches.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's paying them money. Soros style, I guess.
This used to be kind of a parking lot and a field. And then where that building is, actually I think near that building, it might not be exactly where that is, but there used to be a skate park down here.
Yeah, down at the very end. This used to be the road you drive in on.
Yeah.
And then right over here behind this building used to be the best damn snow cones in Temple at one time. That's where the kids would always want to go.
But Temple ISD needed a new building.
They just had to have that.
And they had to have it right where the skate park was. So now there's no new skate park.
Well, they might have moved the skate park over. I'm not sure, though.
I don't think they rebuilt it. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I guess we can go look. Who knows how much these buildings cost us?
We'll be paying, our kids will be paying on them.
Yeah.
Because they got to have improvements, too.
And the Temple Economic Development Corporation, they're here as well.
Let's get rid of them. Let's start with the, what is that, the Temple Police Union, or whatever the hell their name is. Was that
Temple Police
Wilkie?
Association. Yeah, Wilkie. Larry. Oh, I should have said I don't want to talk to Wilkie either. I don't want to talk to Sergeant Wilkie or Corporal Amaya. Those two can
Well, you'll get your words
self-fornicate.
spun and your collarbone broke.
Yeah. For those of you, you know, it's kind of funny. I sort of take the blame for the Temple Police Association because the Temple Police Association cropped up as a response to all the criticism that Temple Police got because of my arrest. And they needed a propaganda wing, a propaganda arm, someone to protect the thugs. And that's the only thing the Temple Police Association is good for, is when a cop F's up, the TPA is always going to be there to protect them.
No matter what.
No matter
You'd be
what.
100% wrong.
And Sergeant Larry Wilkie of the Temple Police Department is the head thug of the TPA.
Yeah, that's just Whistle Stop Park. You're
And
right, it is gone.
I've talked to many officers who don't want to pay dues to Temple Police Association, but they're all pressured Police Association. But it's one of those things where they get ostracized, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure there are probably other ways that they'll they'll likely get, and if something did happen where they did something right, the TPA would be like, oh, well, you're not a dues payer, we're not going to hook you up.
Right. The VA used to do this very same thing where you would, the AFGE, they would say, yes, we have to represent you even if you don't pay dues, but the level of representation depends on if you're a dues paying member.
Yeah.
But they never put that in writing. They never had a rule that said it in writing. They would just tell you verbally. And if you tried to make an appointment with them to go talk to them, they'd blow you off if you weren't a dues paying member. And it was like $34 a month for these idiots that were in the union. And you'd get a parking spot. Woo.
Yes, we do need to get rid of qualified immunity.
Oh gosh. So your viewers need to go follow this guy, San Joaquin Valley News.
Oh yeah, San Joaquin Valley News.
Man,
JOAQUIN.
He is the only guy, the only 1A auditor that I have seen during all this protest, all these riots and everything, that has kept his head. He is seeking out news reporters talking about qualified immunity. He said, look, the race issue will work itself out if we address qualified immunity.
Yep. That
guy has got it going on. Him and News Now California, they're the only ones that ever talk about it.
I was on a podcast today. It's called Political Perspective. Oh gosh, Luann's gonna kill me. Political pundits. Oh gosh, she's gonna kill me. I was just on her podcast. Anyway, I was on the podcast today, and I identified there's 3 problems. Racism might be a problem in some places and with some people, but it's not the problem. It's not even a major problem within law enforcement, because law enforcement doesn't care what you look like. They'll just kill you. They don't. Their bullets are really indiscriminate. They want to kill you no matter what you look like. The problem is it's threefold. The first is the academy. You've got academies that are teaching these officers that everybody wants to kill them. You've got academies that are teaching these officers that their job is to go home at night. And you've got academies that are teaching these officers that when you go up to a traffic stop, expect to get shot. So you've got these people already scared out of their minds, thinking everybody they pull over wants to kill them. Like everyone's a freaking murderer. And it's absolute nonsense. And they come out of this, and you've also got academies that are telling officers that, when you're on the scene, you're the one that's in charge and you need to take charge. And, when you issue an order, you make sure people follow it. And they don't really make sure, by the way, those orders are lawful and constitutional. And so you've got these power hungry, power mad, well, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Gee, money.
Wow.
I bet they wouldn't replace your tire or axle with that.
And it's a private parking lot too. Anyway, so that's the first problem. The first problem is the academies and what they're teaching these officers to be afraid of everything. The second problem is qualified immunity. And I'm not putting these in any rank because I think qualified immunity is the biggest problem. So the second problem is qualified immunity, where police just feel like they don't have to be held accountable. Oh, well, I can just say I was doing my job, or I felt like I was doing my job. That's still green. We don't have all they've got to do is I reasonably felt this, or I reasonably felt that, or I thought the law was this, or I reasonably thought that I was enforcing a valid rule. And literally, in order to overcome qualified immunity, you pretty much have to have one of the most egregious excessive force cases. And by the way, you better have it on camera.
Kind of like those 2 Atlanta officers that just got fired for dragging those 2 people out of the car. Did you see that? Where they
yes.
The tires?
So that's the second problem. And then the third problem that we have with law enforcement is the courts as well. I already mentioned that. That goes along with qualified immunity. Is the associations and unions. Now in Texas, we're a non-union state, and since we don't have unions, well, there are some unions, like Houston police officers have a union, but here in Temple, it's called an association, which is essentially a union. Because the union, if you read the union contract, it actually dictates like what officers will get paid and everything. So it might as well be a union. They just call it an association. So those are the three problems: qualified immunity, the academies, and the unions / associations. What do you want to do?
We'll go this way and go down one more and then go up.
Okay.
Go around City Hall, then we'll call it a day.
And until we fix those three problems, nothing else is going to change. Nothing at all.
Yeah, the qualified immunity is huge.
Is QI at the Supreme Court? I have no idea.
No, but they have. Supreme Court has said that the Fifth Amendment, your silence can be used against you because innocent people don't stay quiet.
Oh,
Samuel
my gosh.
Alito said that.
Yes, we did protect the Alamo. Hang on, I'll talk about that in just a second. CJ, I live in Seattle. There have been a lot of businesses got wrecked. I believe if more people were protecting their businesses, less people would be rioting. I absolutely agree. You know,
And Washington's an open carry state, man.
where has the most destruction been? It's been in Dallas.
Blue.
It's been blue cities and blue states, but it's been so in Dallas, because you know this is Texas. What the hell? Why doesn't everybody carry guns? Dallas is one of the most liberal anti-gun cities in Texas, even more so than Houston. Completely anti-gun up there, and so there's just a culture up there against firearms. I mean, there are 30-06 and 7 signs everywhere in Dallas, but guess what? Fort Worth, which is their neighbor, is right next door. There's a reason they call it DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, because they're so close to each other. Interestingly, they don't have the same problems that Dallas has. You know why? Because they're like freaking more conservative, more libertarians, and more pro-gun.
That's right.
And so I don't think they get away with the same kind of stuff, because there's it's a much different culture. It's a cowboy culture in Fort Worth. It's a
You're
liberal
saying the
culture in
criminals
Dallas.
actually go where the gun-free zones are. Wow, who would have thought that? So yeah, talk about the Alamo, because there's still things that I don't know about the Alamo.
So this is Texas Freedom Force contacted us about helping them with the Alamo, and we sent some people out there. Well, we didn't send anybody. Open Carry Texas members went out there, those that could, and we had about 120 armed patriots out there, and there were about 200 cops as well.
He didn't even look.
And the marchers came up there. There was a lot of shouting and screaming by Antifa. Our guys just stood there, and there were a couple guys that kept trying to, you know, argue with the nutcases on the left that were trying to goad the patriots into doing something. But we weren't there to defend the police, and we weren't there to oppose the marchers. We were there to protect the Alamo. And so as a result of that, there was one punch thrown, and there was a water bottle thrown that hit David. But for the most part, I'm telling you what, the restraint shown on our side. It's really funny when you watch the video. So when you watch the video, the only people when things started getting really tense, all of our guys, you could tell they're taking up a defensive posture, but none of our guys. Hang on one second. Let me see if this is who I thought it was. It might be. Hang on. Hello. Hey, Patrick. Hey, good, man. I got your number now. I'll save it. Hey, really quick. We're down here at the at City Hall, and I'm just kind of doing a recon right now, trying to figure out where I'm going to put people. Do you know where exactly y'all are going to have the rally? Was it over here where they normally put the Christmas tree? Facing the parking lot? Yes. Oh, so on the short end, on the short side, the side closest to the road.
North side.
Oh, okay, so y'all aren't going to be on the parking lot side. Okay. All right, that's easier then.
So the east side.
Okay, all right. That's what I was trying to figure out because the parking lot was it's obviously a little bigger, so I just wanted to figure out where we were going to space people. Okay. Okay, go ahead and give it to me. Whenever you're ready.
Did you mute that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you mute it?
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Gotcha. All right, man. Appreciate it. All right. Sounds good. All right, brother. Later. Okay, yeah. So it's going to be on that side. I guess they're not expecting that many people.
Okay.
Or either that or they're going to shut off that road. So here's this is, by the way, we're at our sort of fallen soldiers memorial here in Temple.
World War One.
World War One, yeah, two, Korea, Vietnam, and then the global war on terrorism.
Man, Temple lost a lot of World War II veterans.
Yeah, we did.
Jeez, we got 2 panels.
Well, you know, I mean, Camp Hood was just right here, so I bet you.
McCloskey Hospital.
Yep.
Yeah, that was before Scott and White.
What was I saying? What was I talking about before?
You were talking about Alamo. David.
Oh,
got hit
yeah,
with a
yeah,
water
so-
ball. Ramon got punched and laughed.
So what happened? Yeah, Ramon got punched, and you know what? He didn't get punched. He got punched by a coward, by a flipping coward. Ramon turned his face. Ramon turned away, and when Ramon turned away, the dude punched and backed out, like backed back into the crowd, and tried to goad Ramon into the crowd. So of course they could swarm him and probably beat the crap out of him. You know, but that's what kind of cowards Antifa and these idiots that are out there are. You know, they send a sucker punch, and then their weak asses retreat and go hide.
Yep.
You know, in numbers. They can't do a one-on-one. And Ramon's telling, come on, man, you want to punch me? Come on back. Laughed at him. So anyway, so what ended up happening was David got with whoever the leading organizer was of that group, because we were only there to protect the Alamo, and they orchestrated a deal just to, you know, get rid of the tensions and stuff, that if the group left, we would leave. And so there was an orderly, not a retreat, but just a movement away from the Alamo, and enough to where the police had enough people to handle the stragglers that stayed behind, you know, the troublemakers, the ones that tried to start trouble. So the Alamo was protected, and nothing came of it. Nothing was destroyed, nothing was tagged. It was left intact, and it just took some armed patriots taking that stand. So this is where the rally is going to be on Friday here in Temple. It's going to be on this side, on the east side or southeast side.
Yeah, the east side blocking off this part of Main Street.
Yeah, this road might be blocked off right here.
I would bet just for security purposes. That'd be smart.
Yeah, it would. All right, what else we got here? Seattle was quite quiet Friday night until Antifa showed up. Yeah, I'm telling you, you know, it's funny. It's really funny that it's gun owners. You know, you look at if you're on Twitter, even if you're not on Twitter, you can just go see this. But go to Twitter, look at Shannon Watts. Shannon R. Watts is her Twitter handle. The leader of Moms Demand Action, because they can't get any. And she's always talking about open carry extremists and open carry insurrectionists and open carry terrorists and all that, right? How many businesses have open carriers and gun rights activists destroyed? How many people have they beaten? How many people have they shot? How many places have they set on fire? And then you look at Antifa, and there was an issue in Lubbock where an open carrier showed up in Lubbock, and you know, I don't have any problems with you know, someone carrying their rifle in their hand. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't recommend it. It's you should never handle a firearm. Accidents always happen when you're handling a firearm. Okay, so that's why we encourage, and I encourage, slings and holsters and all that kind of stuff, because It just protects everyone around you. And so this guy shows up. He's got no holster. He's got an AR-15 on him, and he's shouting at people and yelling at people. Well, you know who he's shouting at and yelling at? He's shouting and yelling at MAGA supporters, Trump supporters, and conservatives that were out there kind of counter-protesting. Well, come to find out, so this guy gets tackled with the AR-15. Now, I don't necessarily agree with just tackling someone just because he's got a gun. I mean, unless he's threatening somebody, unless he's sitting there saying, I'm about to shoot your asses, or making some indication that he's a threat. Just carrying a gun is no reason to be tackling people. But what ended up happening was he ended up getting tackled. Found out his name. I found out his name is Emmanuel Quinones. And I was able to find this guy's social media. And this is an Antifa guy. This guy was an Antifa guy. He had a picture of a stripped lower that he was building from, I don't know, about a month ago or something. And he says, I'm going to buy a bunch of these so I can take out MAGA hat wearing white supremacists. So the guy made threats against people on social media. And anyway, but what's interesting is Shannon Watts, she called all the guys at the Alamo that were there insurrectionists, extremists, terrorists. And then when she talked about this Lubbock guy that was manhandled, yeah, oh, it was a man open carrying. The guy wasn't a terrorist or anything. Why? Because he was Antifa. That was Shannon Watts's people.
What an idiot.
So she only brought up that, you know, a guy was there and he was yelling profanities, but what she did not say is that he was yelling profanities at conservatives and Trump supporters. And she also didn't mention the fact that he was Antifa and that he wanted to kill Trump supporters. So anyway, but yeah, zero gun violence. Look, how many people showed up in Virginia there, Greg?
25,000?
25,000?
Well, the media said 25,000. I beg to differ.
I beg to differ too.
Plus.
But even using their numbers, I mean, there had to have been at least, so you got 20,000 people. Let's say half of them had ARs with 30-round magazines. 10,000.
One guy had a 50 caliber Barrett.
Times 30-round magazine. I mean, there were at least 1.5 million casualties, right?
Well, yes. All those accidental discharges we heard going off.
Yeah,
I needed earplugs.
It was crazy. But no, it's not the open carriers that have been the problem, and it's been proven over the last week or so that it's the left that is the dangerous one. And what's interesting is these things aren't happening in conservative areas; they're happening here in liberal areas, and it's the liberals that are doing this. Because if you look at all the marchers, they're not saying down with Obama or down with Biden; they're saying down with Trump. Why would conservatives do that? And why is this a political issue? Why can't we all come together, regardless of our political affiliation, and oppose police brutality, and oppose excessive force, and oppose the police state, and oppose socialism? Well, I can see why we can't come together on opposing that, but when we talk about the police murdering us, we should be able to come together on that. All right, we're gonna close this down. We're pretty much done. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. Is the video on your channel? I want to see that. Hey, born in '78, which video? I've kind of been talking, so I don't know which video you're talking about. Is the video on your channel? I want to see that. Just let me know which one, and I'll let you know. And there's probably like a delay, so it might take a few seconds for you to get that question. If they
on YouTube or Instagram, probably.
Yeah, Seattle is very anti-gun. All right, so here it is. Sometimes it is you, sometimes it's me. I screwed up. Fix it on my end. Okay, I'm not sure. All right. If you're talking about the video, I'm not sure which video you're talking about. But the videos that I've seen are mostly on Instagram or Twitter. And sometimes I'll try, if I find something that I think is really interesting, I'll rip it off Instagram or Twitter and then put it on my Facebook page. But anyway, all right, guys, we are leaving downtown Temple. Yes, the hypocrisy does run deep with the left. So let me show you this again one more time. Show you my my holster here. So this is the holster that I use. It's just got it's a leather strap here, so it goes on my shoulder, and it's got two Really, it's all it is. Really, is these two straps. So this is the one that you undo, and the pistol comes out. Okay, when it's on you, it's a lot easier to get out. Don't worry. And then if you need to get to it faster, that comes out as well, and the AR just comes out of its holster like that. Oh, geez, I don't want to point that at you. But here's the. Here you go. Here's the. This is all the holster is right here. I mean, it's very simple. It's just leather straps with a leather strapped harness that goes around your neck, and this was made for me by Jonathan Garcia, and it's very simple, and it meets the definition of holster, which there isn't one.
I'm gonna get on mine. It's gonna say Pepe, and then it's gonna say Super Pepe, and then when I have the Fostech Echo, it's gonna say Pepe Rapey on the side.
I've got one I'm building right now. It's my Proud Boys one, and
Nice.
it says one, some, and Bert.
Bert, like an A10.
Yeah, Bert. But I'm still building it. I just got the trigger guard and the pistol grip for
Hey,
it.
we've got A10 pilots backing us for Proud Boy stuff too. Just to let you
I've
know.
got the Sig Sauer Romeo 7, and let me tell you
That's
something.
pretty sweet.
This is a great optic, and theoretically, according to the manufacturer, you can leave this thing on, and supposedly the battery and the way that it uses power is so good that it won't die for 7 years. That's why they call it the Romeo 7. That you could leave this thing on accidentally for 7 years and it would still work. Let me see if I can.
Romeo.
The Romeo 7. Let me see if I can turn that sucker on. I don't know if that'll. Oh, there you go. You can kind of start to see it a little bit there.
Does it go green and red or just red?
I think it's just red. Let me see. That's really bright. Yeah, it's just red. Just a red dot
7
scope.
years. I wouldn't test it though.
No, I'm not.
Just use it when you need it. Huh?
Yep, because that'll last 15 years.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, so that's my AR holster there. Very, very simple, very quick. Jonathan did a good job.
And DPS 7 goes absolutely batshit crazy when they see that come on the Capitol
Yes, they do.
grounds.
They hate it. They hate it when I bring this thing on the Capitol grounds
Which
because
makes you love it more.
that makes me love it so much more. Yep. Springfield Armory Saint. All right, guys. Hey, I'm going to let y'all go. Double check here real quick with A10s. Yeah. All right, you guys be safe. Be free.